Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. This is week 11 of my Reboot series. I am going to be sharing my macros with you guys in this video. So I've had a few of you make comments and say that you really want to know what I'm eating as far as protein, fat, calories, all the good stuff. And so I have been tracking for the last 2 weeks, and the last 2 weeks I have been very successful with weight loss. So I wanted to share everything with you guys. We're going to get into it. I'm going to show you the breakdown as far as calories, protein, carbs, fat, all of that, so that you can see exactly what I have been consuming over the last 2 weeks. All right, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I have lived with obesity and food addiction my entire life, ever since I was a little girl. And so I share everything on this channel with you guys, especially the mental battle when it comes to a weight loss journey, to a fitness journey. The mental battle is, it's hard. I share everything on this channel. I am very real, very upfront with you guys. So if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. Come join us over there. All of my social media stuff is down below. Come follow me. All right, guys, so as most of you know, I have been very consistent this year with working out and just strength training, building muscle, and just really changing my habits. That has been my focus this year. My word for the year is change, and that is exactly what I have been doing. So I've been very consistent with my workouts and just getting stronger. And so before we get into the video and I share all the good stuff with you, I do want to share a pretty cool NSV with you guys right here. So we have some weights that my husband uses, and it's 40 pounds total. And the first time that I tried to do it, which was about a month ago, I couldn't even lift it. Literally tried to just lift it up to my chest, and I had such a hard time doing that. Like, it wasn't even funny. Today during our workout together, I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. Let me try it out and see how far I've come. It's been about a month, but things happen pretty quickly in the fitness world as far as like getting stronger and lifting heavier, and it happens pretty quickly. At least it has in my case. So check this out. All right, so it's been a month since I did this, and we're gonna see how much progress I've made, because the first time I tried to lift this, I couldn't do it. So let's go. Okay. Easy on the back. Okay.
Please don't. Please don't.
One more.
So very, very cool. I'm getting stronger, and it feels amazing. It feels absolutely amazing. Changing your habits is crucial in a weight loss journey. It is so, so important. But if you're looking to lose fat, that comes from the kitchen. It's all about what your diet consists of. It's all about what you're putting inside of your body. Exercise is great, and there's so many benefits to it. But if you're looking to lose fat, it comes from the kitchen. And that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, what the last 2 weeks has looked like for me as far as my diet. So let's get into it now. All right, guys, a little recap on this year. So I started out the year really wanting change, changing my habits, changing my focus, changing my attitude, changing my self-image, everything. I just wanted to change everything. But one of the things that I did end up changing was my mindset with food. So every single time that I have tried to lose weight in the past, I have done low carb. A low carb lifestyle has always been my go-to. Back in the day, it was Atkins, and then it was keto, and then it was just pretty much a low carb. lifestyle. I am still pretty much low carb. I mean, anything 150 grams of carbs and under is considered a low carb lifestyle, but I am definitely more on the higher end of that now. And it has been a huge change for me when it comes to mindset because I am still afraid of carbs. I mean, I have that mentality that carbs are evil, carbs are bad for you. Well, the bad carbs are. The simple processed carbs are bad for you. They're bad for everybody, right? We don't need that stuff. But there are good, whole, complex carbohydrates that we can be eating that are good for us and that will benefit us. And so that's just been something that I've really been trying to change is my mindset with that. It's an ongoing process, not there yet, guys, but I'm working on it. So keep that in mind before we look at the nutrients and my macros and everything. I am eating more carbohydrates and I'm having success. So it's telling me that I'm doing something right over here. So at the beginning of the year, I figured out what my TD number is. TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, your maintenance calories. I figured out what that number was, and then I dropped my calories 500 to 700 calories below that number. And so that's what I started out at in the beginning of this year. And I took off 8 pounds with the egg fast at the beginning of the year. But then as I was moving along with this new lifestyle and these new numbers and this new focus, I wasn't losing weight. I mean, I was at a standstill for a long time. 2.5 months I waited until I actually changed things up. And so when I changed things up, I mentioned this in my last video, I dropped my calories another couple hundred. And that is when things started moving for me. So I definitely recommend experimenting. Find out where your sweet spot is and what it's gonna look like for you. So if you wanna find out what your maintenance calories are, I will put the link down below. Just put in your information. It's a free calculator. Figure out what that number is. And then a lot of people just drop their calories like 200, 500, 700 calories so that you're in a calorie deficit. I had to do a little bit more because I feel like I affected my metabolism big time over the last, oh gosh, how old am I? Yeah. I affected my metabolism, but it's not too bad. It's not terrible. It's something I can work with until I get to my goal. I will say though, once I'm at my goal, after I've had excess skin removal surgery, which should be happening this October, exciting. Once all of that is done, I've healed and I'm in a good place, I am going to look into reverse dieting so that I can fix my metabolism. I want to be able to eat a good amount of food and still be able to maintain my weight. So that's something that's going to be coming in the future. Stay tuned for that. We're going to do reverse dieting. But right now, what I wanted to do was just figure out what that sweet spot was for me, my calorie deficit, the one that's going to help me get to my goal, but also leave me feeling satisfied. I don't want to feel deprived. I don't want to feel like I'm starving myself. That's the last thing that we need. So I want to make sure that my body is getting what it needs. I had gastric bypass surgery in 2015, so keep that in mind as well. So at the beginning of the year when things weren't moving, I was eating around 1,500 to 1,800 calories a day. Kind of hovering around that number, but sometimes I would have days where I would have more calories than that. But that was the number that just wasn't working for me. It was kind of like I felt like my body was just eating too much. Or maybe those were my actual maintenance calories, because I wasn't gaining weight, but I was just not losing weight. So I think around 1,800 might be my maintenance calories. So I was like, okay, let's just experiment, see if things change if I just drop my calories another couple hundred. So I actually went down to 1,200. However, I do just an average. So I may have days that I'm hungrier. And so when I'm hungry, when I'm having a hungry day, I eat. I do not starve myself, but I do intermittent fasting, and that is what helps keep me in check. I actually extended my fasting window, so I do not eat before 3 p.m. I just have coffee and water all day. I do add cream to my coffee, so I do dirty fasting, but I do not eat any food prior to 3 p.m. And I will usually stop eating around 8 p.m. Sometimes I'll have like a dessert or like a little snack after dinner, and it's usually like around 8:30. So that's typically what my fasting schedule looks like, my eating schedule. But I decreased my calories to 1,200, like I said, but this is just an average. I pretty much go by a weekly number because there's gonna be some days where I'm gonna have things going on. I'm gonna consume a lot more food than I normally would, right? So I wanna set myself up for success. So I felt like 1,200 was a great number for me. I don't feel deprived. I feel like I'm eating enough, but it also has me in enough of a calorie deficit where I'm losing weight, but then also allows me some wiggle room for a couple days during the week that I would have some more calories. So let's say I went under my caloric goal the majority of the days, that means that it leaves me a little bit of wiggle room for some extra calories, let's say on the weekends or whatever days that you have a harder time staying on track or days that, you know, you normally would have something planned. So set yourself up for success. Go by a weekly average calorie goal. And that is definitely what has been working for me. All right, guys, if you didn't catch last week's video, I lost 6.2 pounds last week. I felt it. I knew my body just needed to release some weight. Just, you know, it's weight that I've been hanging on to since the beginning of the year. And I just felt it. I felt like I needed to lose weight. I felt like my body wanted to lose weight. And so by dropping my calories and doing what I did, that worked for me. All right, let me hit record here. So I'm starting with Sunday, March 16th. So that wasn't this past week, but the week before. The week that I lost 6.2 pounds. Back then, my goal was 1,500. That was when I was doing the 1,500 to 1,800 goal. But let's just look at the calories for these days specifically, and then we'll get into the carbs, protein, fat, and all the other good stuff. So for Sunday, 1,447 was my total calories for that day. Monday was 919. It's possible that I forgot to log something because I usually don't eat under 1,000 calories, but it is possible. I don't really remember. But that was Monday. Tuesday it was 1175. Wednesday was 1086. So I'm eating lower, right? Like I'm having some lower calorie days. And then I upped it. So the weekend starts coming. Thursday I was 1889. Friday 1192, another lower day. Saturday I didn't log it. So I did only have one day that was on the upper end when it came to calories. So let's go look at what protein I got and the carbs that I ate, and yeah. So that Sunday, I need glasses. All right, so that Sunday, I was around 100 grams of protein. This is perfect for me. With gastric bypass, they tell us that we should be getting 60 to 80 grams of protein, no exceptions, every single day. My goal is to get 80 to 100. That's a good area for me when it comes to protein, especially if I'm doing intermittent fasting and I'm only eating from 3 to 8. I can make sure that I get my protein if I am strategic and if I'm smart with it. So 100 grams of protein that day. I did have 114 carbohydrates for that day, 18 fiber, and then 69 grams for fat. Let's look at Monday. Monday was the day that was 900 calories. So 74 grams of protein, so it is a little lower. That's why I think maybe I forgot to log something, but that's fine. 79 carbs. So this was just a lower day when it came to my numbers. Tuesday, I had 88 grams of protein, 118 grams of carbs, 25 fiber, and 40 grams of fat. Wednesday was 101 grams of protein, 108 for carbs, 17 fiber, and 26 fat. Thursday was 125 grams of protein. This was my higher day. This was the 1,800 calorie day. I got more protein that day. 125 grams of protein, 131 for carbs, 23 fiber, and 99 fat. So I actually had more fat that day. And then Friday, 105 grams of protein, 103 carbs, 23 fiber, and 38 for fat. Saturday, I forgot to log. And then we move on to Sunday. So after that week, I lost 6.2 pounds. Now, I was a little lower on my calories each day. So it made sense that I kind of got that flush. It was like, okay, maybe, you know, doing weeks like that will help every once in a while, but maybe not consistently every single week because then your metabolism is just going to be shot. All right, guys. So for this week, I continued doing exactly what I was doing, except I kind of increased my calories a little bit. You'll see when we go over that. But I did have another weight loss this week, which is awesome because I lost so much last week. It was great to see another loss. It just means that I'm doing the right things. I'm doing something that my body is liking right now, and that always feels great. Looking at my Hume Health app here, Saturday is usually my weigh-in, and Saturday was the 22nd, which actually I was 228.8. But I think I had weighed in late last week because I was 226 for my weigh-in last week. So I must have weighed in late. 226.6 was my weigh-in for last video. And then my weigh-in for this video is 225.3. So I am down another 1.3 pounds. Super awesome. So let's go ahead and look at what MyFitnessPal says as far as this week when it came to calories and all the good stuff. Sunday, calories were at 1,000. Monday, this was a higher calorie day. I actually had 2,196. And I always have coffee for breakfast. And then I have my overnight oats, that's one meal for me for lunch. So super yummy. And I had chicken. I must have had something. Oh yeah, so I had a mocha coffee that day. Oh yes, cheesecake. That's right. So that's the thing is like, if you want to have something, I lost another pound this week and I had cheesecake, guys. Oh, and a caramello. Oh gosh, I'm sharing all my secrets over here, but really count it and, track your food, make sure it's within your calorie deficit for the week, and you're okay. And that's exactly what I did. Yes, I was higher on that day. Of course I was, than my normal caloric goal, but for me, it's an average weekly goal, and so it just all balances out. It all evens out at the end. And so that Monday, I had the 2,100 calories. Tuesday, I was a little up as well, 1,513. Wednesday, I was 1,149. Thursday, 1,184. So I shot back down and kind of stayed at a lower number. And then Friday was 1,600. And then yesterday was 1,513. So I was a little higher with my calories this week compared to that first week. And I lost another 1.3 pounds. So it's telling me that I am doing something right. And I want to show you something, like the things that I'm eating. So like, yes, I had cheesecake on that Monday. 1,149, that was just my regular day. 1,184, just a regular day. 1,600, I had my overnight oats. Oh yes, and we had pizza that night. So I actually had cheesecake and pizza this week, and I still lost a pound. It's all in moderation. That is what I am learning here, and I know it's going to take more time because I feel like I am brainwashed. I feel like I am absolutely brainwashed when it comes to my diet and what it should look like. I have such a horrible, unhealthy relationship with food, and it shows, right? Like, obviously for me to get to almost 400 pounds at one point in my life, obviously I have a very unhealthy relationship with food. And so I feel like that's what this next chapter is all about for me, is fixing my relationship with food. Realizing that these foods are just food. When we eat them in excess, that's when it becomes a problem. If we eat it in moderation, just every once in a while, not all the time, then it's okay. So that's one thing I'm learning. Stay tuned for more learning because I'm not done yet. And I even tracked my chips. I had 2 Doritos. I had 2 Doritos. I was able to only have 2 Doritos. Like, really? It's crazy because now that I'm tracking calories, I will walk in the store and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm looking for a snack or something, something, I'm just hungry. I just want something to snack on. Oh, I'm looking at calories now. I'm like, oh, I can't have that. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. I can't have that. It's just a completely different mindset, completely different. And it's made all the difference for me. And I know that I'm going to have some crazy weeks where, I eat way too much and I'm going to be up on the scale. I know that. But if I just get right back on track and keep doing what I obviously know is right now. So looking back at my macros, that Sunday, let's click on nutrients here. I had 85 for protein, 100 for carbs, 15 fiber, 36 for fat. Monday was my big day. That was my cheesecake day and caramello and where I had a little bit too much, but I still got 94 grams of protein. So like the old me, if I would have had like a crappy day like that, I wouldn't have gotten protein. I would have just eaten junk all day. But I didn't do that. I just decided to have some cheesecake for a late night snack, and I logged it so that I can be aware of it, so I can be held accountable. That's important. but I still got 94 grams of protein that day. So that's success. That is success right there for me. Carbohydrates, 257, definitely on the upside there. And 97 grams of fat. So obviously a higher day when it comes to that. We don't want every day to look like that, but it's okay if certain days look like that once in a while. It's okay, Steffi. It is okay. I have to keep telling myself that. Tuesday, 83 protein, 102 carbs, 2 fiber, and 87 fat. 90 protein for Wednesday, 113 carbs, 39 fat. Thursday was 106 protein, 138 carbs. Friday was 99 for protein, 175 carbs. That was the pizza day, so we definitely had more fat and more carbs for that day. And then 20 fiber. Oh, and Saturday, yesterday, was 112 for protein, 144 for carbs, 27 fiber, and 60 for fat. So that is what my macros looks like right now for something that is working for me. I'm gonna keep rolling with it. If I have a day that I am just hungry and I'm feeling kind of deprived, then I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna listen to my body, but I am going to continue to do an intermittent fasting schedule because that helps keep me on track. And it kind of sets me up for success on those nights where I do feel like snacking. Maybe I can afford a little bit more calories and then I don't have to feel deprived. I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on life, on my favorite foods, right? It's crazy to me that I can actually do this because I have convinced myself all of these years that I couldn't be that person. No way. No way. I was either the girl who was just gonna binge and eat a bunch of crap at one time, or I'm the girl who does awesome, who is a rock star, who stays away from all of that stuff and abstains from it and just focuses on her goals and just rocks it. But then what happens when that girl has a mess up? When that girl starts acting like human? It's all mindset. It really is. And I'll take my glasses off so you can see. It's all mindset. It's all mindset when it comes to this. That's why the mental battle is way harder than the physical battle. We know how to lose weight. For the most part, we know how to lose weight. It's the other crap that keeps getting in the way. And that's what we have to master. That's what we have to overcome. And that's what we are, my friends. That's what we are overcoming over here. So down another 1.3 pounds for the week, 6.2 pounds last week. So I do expect it to slow down, obviously. But I'm just going to continue to work on my habits and just enjoy my life, you know, not stress about things. Start living with the freedom that I truly deserve. We all deserve that freedom. And I used to say to myself, I wish I had the freedom to eat whatever I wanted, you know? But in my head, in that girl's head that used to say that, that was all of my stuff, all of my, you know, like just eat what I wanted, whenever I wanted. And it's like, I've learned so much. I've learned so much over these years. It's like, why would I treat my body like that? Why would I eat all that crap whenever I wanted? Just because it tastes good. Why would I do that to myself? How could I do that to myself? I thought I'd never figure it out. But God, He showed up again. All right, guys, if you're still watching right now, thank you so much. Your loyalty means everything to me. But if you're still watching right now, just comment down below, I am a fighter. Because that's what we do. That's what we have been doing, is fighting. Fighting. We are fighters, and we're gonna fight till the end. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and join my support group on Facebook. I'll see you guys at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.